for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Conley. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship. With the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. Back over to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Randall. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And the Knicks with possession. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
Randall against Towns. Anunoby passes to Brunson with the drive. Gobert with the block.
As intimidating a defensive presence as there is, Gobert could write a book on rim protection. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Randall against Brunson. He can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Now Randall. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Wow, with all the player movement this offseason, Coach, some teams are clearly still trying to build their chemistry.
Yeah, Kevin, but what's tough is you've still got to try to win games while you're building that chemistry, and that can be a tough balance. It takes time, which is why some organizations prioritize continuity.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Bridges finds Hart. Towns, a screen on Randall. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Outside Conley. Back to Randall.
2 minutes.
Gobert with a screen on Hart. To the middle. And finished off by Gobert.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
.146 left to play in the first quarter. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
1:29 left to play here in the first. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
1:04 left to play in the first. Pass to Bridges. Now Towns. Bridges outside. And here's Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And for a high-volume three-point shooter, Brunson is really efficient.
Randall finds DiVincenzo. To the paint. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Bridges. Misses the layup. And here is DiVincenzo. He's coming off a 25-point game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Guerschon Yabusele is out there with Robinson. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at the 2-guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, the Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Guys, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Landry Shamit's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Minnesota also with the sub. Freeman's checked in. Yabusele setting a screen for Bridges to the inside. Yabusele kicks to Bridges. Pulls it up. A rebound by the Timberwolves. This their first look at this year's New York squad. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Knicks trail by 5. Outside Robinson. Bridges deciding where to go with it. For the 3. Rebounded by Freeman.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Shannon, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. The Knicks making a switch here. Towns is checked in. Now, here's Shamet. Defended by DiVincenzo. Shamet kicks to Yabusele. Now, Bridges. He saw him with 10 points last game. Towns, no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, They'll host the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jaren Jackson and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that matchup against the Heat, it's one that I'm excited for. A couple of teams that play exciting basketball meeting up early in the season.
And New York making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Towns against Gobert. Out to Bridges. Clock at 6. Back to Towns. Takes the 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 7. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
And the outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
And pushing it up, here's New York. It's stolen by Gobert. Randall outside. Towns with the steal. Pass to Brunson. And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it. Here's Towns. To end the drought. Not going to go that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Now DiVincenzo. Here's Shannon. Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
OG Anunoby's checked in for the Knicks. Mike Conley's checked in for Minnesota. Now, here's Shamet, over by Conley. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. DiVincenzo with the screen on Bridges. Back to DiVincenzo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. 15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shot to stop the run. It's Brunson at point-blank range.
Well, he's such a natural talent. He has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And here's Conley outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Welcome to. When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to find a way to rebound in the second half.
SOF, capital T, soft. I get mad watching them play.
And looking ahead tonight, here are the upcoming games we're looking forward to. It'll be the 76th. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Timberwolves leading by 9. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their two best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Conley out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Steps back. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Pass to Conley. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Towns missing. Minnesota shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Here's McDaniels. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Brunson kicks to Towns. Back to Brunson. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Anunoby against Randall. Pass to McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Back to Randall. From deep. Connects from three-point range. Randall's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside, Towns. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. McDaniels outside. And here's Randall. And the layup is good. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster when that can be as difficult as anything.
Out to Brunson. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Timberwolves leading by 18. Up top, DiVincenzo. Brunson covering. Bridges against McDaniel. Shot clock at 6. Here's Conley. With 1 on the clock. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Randall. Puts it up off the inbound. Hart, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Conley scanning the floor. Reid with a screen for Conley. Offline with his 3.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And the first one drops. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns. And Yabusele subbed in for OG Anunoby. Second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Let's see some of the numbers here for Julius Randle. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Ingles is checked in.
Joe Ingles.
And here are the Timberwolves. Big run right now going for them, 11-2. Outside Conley. Clark, the pass to Reed. Here's Shannon. There's the three. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Shannon. 6 to shoot. Reed with a screen on Bridges. Shannon off target from three-point range. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 18. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Clarkson is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Gershon Yabusele. Then there's Towns, and it's Hart in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Clarkson looking for an opening. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Reed. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Yabusele. Knicks trail by 18. Hart outside. Clarkson against Randle. Clarkson passes to Towns. Hart outside. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 18. Here's Dillingham. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Dillingham's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Clarkson finds Yabusele. Count it, good. Yabusele's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Knicks.
30-14.
Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Here's Shannon. He's covered by Clarkson. Pass to Juzang. And Gobert kicks to Randall. Gobert with a screen on Hart. 4 on the shot clock. Randall passes to Gobert. Misses from close range. Knicks trail by 16. Inside, it's stolen by Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Not a lot of guys with the size that Randall has can run the pick and roll. It's impressive how you can put him on either side of it.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Hart outside. Towns a screen on Randall. Towns outside. Launches it. Gobert there for the rebound. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Gobert. Randall down low. Hart's there. Randall with the bucket.
Clearly, Randall is locked in. Every trip down, he's attacking the defense and finding ways to beat them.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Julius Randle.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Back to Conley. Pass to Randall. Fires the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. DiVincenzo against Brunson. Outside, Towns. Drained from outside.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Julius Randle.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Pass to Towns. A putback. Oh, sticks the putback.
Timberwolves lead 36.
So it's Minnesota now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Randall outside. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Now Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bridges. Rebounded by Randall. And here are the Timberwolves. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Dante, you won state titles in high school, 2 national titles at Villanova, and now a growing role in the NBA. What has been the secret to your success?
It's my ability to adapt. Different teams, different dynamics of different teams, and just my ability to adapt to that team and fit.
Sky's the limit, guys.